The beginning of the mission in the Gold Coast was difficult, but the pioneers were prepared to go to all nations and teach them. They therefore undertook long and arduous treks on foot and by bicycle. They would cross creeks and rivers and climb hills, accompanied by head porters and their local collaborators. Once, the dugout canoe that was transporting a missionary, Father Wilson, sank on the Volta River. Father Wilson swam to safety but lost a shoe. Today, some missionaries, especially those who work in the front plains, still have to cross rivers and large water bodies to reach their congregations.
Mission activities here in the Afram Plains started somewhere around late 1944 when the then Reverend Father A.A. Nosa, who was then working in the Volta region, to be precise, Pando, had a vision also to come to just find out what was happening in the then Afram Plains, which was then a vastly populated, depopulated area because the place was not well inhabited. Now, this Reverend Father, with the help of one SVD, Reverend Father Godzim, just crossed the Volta River by then and then came to Adiemra. He first stopped over at Apiabra, where he had his first mass with the local people around there. From there he moved on to Adiemra, and then he was given a rousing welcome at Adiemra. From Adiemra he went to Donkorkorm, where he wanted to start the church activities there. But the dominance of the Presby Church there didn't make it possible. So he moved on to Accra and then to Kwaikese, where he made some studies to see whether he could start there. But then, out of these two areas, I think Adiemra was favored. So the mission work started in Adiemra in July 1944.
For Father Schneider, the mission in Ghana has been a success, judging by the number of Ghanaians that have become priests.
When I came, there were only 3 priests in the diocese. 2 were Ghanaian. I'm speaking of African priests. 2 were Ghanaian, Monsignor Vanderpoy and Father Menza, the first diocesan priest. And then Father Fini really came from Togo, but he was working with us in the Accra diocese. Now the other day I was at the cathedral for the Chrism Mass, and the sanctuary simply overflowed with priests there. Oh, it was so wonderful to see that. And practically all the faces were black, which is as it should be.
The work in the Yendi district was particularly difficult. The northern region is predominantly Muslim, and they would resist all attempts at conversion to Catholicism. Therefore, the missionaries had to tread carefully in order not to send wrong signals, especially when it came to the provision of education.
The non-Muslim areas readily welcomed the SVDs in places like Suson, Tripoli, Saboba, and other areas in the Kokumba-speaking parts of the northern region.
So in the Yendi district of the SVD, confreres are involved in all kinds of ministry. Since ours is a primary evangelization zone, almost all the confreres working in the parish as well as in the specialized ministry, they are involved in primary evangelization. We man 6 of the parishes. Cheraponi, we have Father Marcelo as the parish priest and Father Waldeslav as his curate. Gushiego, where Father Alphonse Dundung is the parish priest and Father Marius is his curate. Father Gino is the cathedral administrator. Then we have Sambuli here. Then we have a biblical pastoral center called Good Shepherd Pastoral Biblical Ministry, where Father Joseph Masuri is the director. Again, we have Saboba Parish, one of the oldest parishes in the district, where Father Frat Tim is the parish priest. Brother Andrew is also helping in the parish with the pastoral ministry, and he is also in charge of the New Look.
One of the problems in this area is there's very little health or medical facilities available, and so vision is a problem for many people, and there was no place around where people could go for eyeglasses. The closest was Boku, and that is half a day's journey if you get good transportation. So Brother Andrew took the initiative to establish the New Look Center here.
We have Father Erasmus, who is also the chaplain for the St. Joseph's Technical School. Confreres are involved in all kinds of ministry. Since ours is a primary evangelization zone, almost all the confreres working in the parish as well as in the specialized ministry, they are involved in primary evangelization.
With Yendi becoming a diocese, the SVD decided to put up its own district house for SVD activities.
First of all, that this was an old project already. We were planning to have our own house as a district in order to have our meetings and retreats and activities for the district. Since the diocese was established, then we stress more the importance of having our own house for meetings, retreats and recollections, and also to feel at home and receive visitors, SVDs, whenever they come.
Elsewhere, the society has helped formed leaders in the attempt to stimulate them to mobilize their communities for their own development. It has tackled other areas of human development through education, water supply, hygiene, better diet, among others.
Odi sama shi ba bre ho no de o ma pani bia pa ho no wa kire ho edwuma